What's up guys and girls, my name is Eggman. Thank you for checking out my video. Today I'm going to react to Roy Lee's videos. If you didn't know who he was, he's the founder of a company. He's a rich guy and he's young. He has some pretty controversial personality and he's into blackpiller and looksmaxxing. That's pretty much what I know about him. And because of his pretty polarizing opinions, he has quite a bit of attention. I pretty like his personality. He's pretty unhinged and pretty smart. He's kind of like Andrew Tate, Asian version of Andrew Tate. Yeah. So because today I saw that he's into blackpiller and looksmaxing, so I wanted to kind of take a look at the way he looks and check out some of his opinions and share my thoughts. So first of all, let's check out a picture of his. Let's comment on his look real quick. So this is the picture I prepared. I think he looks pretty healthy. It's probably because he's young. He's probably in his early 20s. When you are young, your face is more likely to be leaner and healthier. You can check out the pictures of yours as you age. You are probably going to notice that when you are at a younger age, your face used to look leaner and healthier. And then as you age, as you keep eating more junk food, keep sleeping bad, having more stress, your face started to put on weight and excess fat, start to lose your jawline, become more diseased and puffy and fat. Yeah, this guy, he still has a young looking, lean, healthy looking face. But I think it's already starting to build up some fat. His face right now is not as lean as it can be. So I want to question what kind of diet he's eating now. If I had to take a guess, he's probably not eating a very healthy diet because that's more mainstream, right? And to me, he's a more mainstream person. So if you have to be a more mainstream person, you probably have to be eating a more mainstream diet to get reported by news media and shit. If you are someone who eats a raw meat diet, then the news media will be less likely to want to broadcast you. So yeah, let me just assume that he's probably eating a modern diet that consists of quite a bit of carbohydrates and junk food, which contributed to him having a more fat face. Not to say that his face is very fat. I'm just trying to say that it's not as lean as it can be. Another thing is that he seemed to be pretty short. From my research, he's probably 5'7". I can be wrong, but that's definitely not very beneficial, right? So these are two main things I want to comment on in terms of what will lower his attractiveness. Aside from those, I think he has pretty perceivable aura. Yeah, I think he has quite a bit of aura from the way he talks and the way he presents himself. And he's rich. He's definitely pretty smart in terms of how money works and shit. And I'm sure he's a pretty great leader, being the leader of a company. So these things can all increase his attractiveness. Overall, I think he's a pretty attractive dude because of all the factors combined. But if we want to take his looks to the next level, I think a very important thing he can start doing is to live a healthier lifestyle to lower his visceral fat so that his face can look leaner and healthier. He doesn't seem to have a lot of muscle tension. But with that said, I'm sure he can also benefit from doing myofascial release, addressing his abdomen to lower his stress, massaging his abdomen so that he can really health max. Also, he has mentioned that he has gotten his nose done. To me, that's a little, I don't know if that's the smart move. I feel like you are better off to just try to health max. And then you are going to naturally look more attractive. And it's not just about your nose, your whole body, the way your body looks, how lean your face is, how glowing your skin is, your digestive system, your teeth health. They can all improve as a result of eating healthier and living healthier. And also your mental health will improve. So you're just going to look and feel better and be happy with what you have. I think that's more valuable than doing plastic surgery, getting plastic surgery. Because you can improve the way you look through plastic surgery. But what will happen many years down the line, right? Can you make sure that things will still be normal? Or will you start to look weird because altering your intricate body is simply not a good idea? Another thing is that you might still not be satisfied with the way you look, even if you get better looking from plastic surgery, because you didn't address your mental health. So I have noticed that a lot of people who get plastic surgery, they already improved the way they look, but they are still not satisfied. So they want to keep altering the way they look with more plastic surgery. So in the end, they just look like a weird creation. They mess with their body too much. And their underlying problem, their mental health, is still not addressed. They are still not happy. They are still in a insecure state. Then I just think it's not very, like, it's not following the first principle. You need to address what's the most root cause thing. Forgive me for my not good enough English. Alright? So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about in terms of the way he looks. Overall, he looks pretty young and healthy and attractive. He definitely has great foundation. He's like a Asian dude that's on the more attractive side, for sure. Unlike me, I'm on the more mid-looking side. I'm not going to say I'm ugly. He can probably also do something with how stressful he feels, because I'm sure he lives a stressful lifestyle. And that can increase his visceral fat, making his face look more fat and rounded. So yeah, he needs to think about how he can address his stress, feel more balanced 24/7. I think that can help with his jawline definition for sure. His face will look more lean and healthy if he can lower his stress. Okay, with all that said, let's take a look at some of his videos and address his philosophy. I don't know if I should play this video. There's a music. Okay guys, you know what? If my video get copyrighted, just try to support my content more and potentially join my school community to support my creation. Alright, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to play the videos.
Do looks actually matter in society? The obvious answer here is yes. A lot of the pushback about lookism comes from
looking presentable right here with the suit. I wonder if he specifically wore this for filming this video, or he was attending some other occasions and he had to wear this. I think it's definitely important to have good outfits. I'm saying this as a guy that's not really taking care of the way he dresses. But yeah, I think if you dress nicely, that can really make people take you more seriously.
these 40-year-old, 50-year-old, like these older men who have lived in a different time where, you know, all you have to do is just make money, just go to college, get a job, and eventually you can afford like a family of 8 and you can get fucking like 14 cars or whatever. But nowadays the world has changed. I mean, I think we all realize like social media universalizes access and visuals, and your first impression of someone is almost never going to be when you meet them face to face at a coffee shop. It's usually going to be when they see you on Instagram, and dating apps have made everyone more superficial. And there's a whole ecosystem of things designed to make us more superficial.
Is that true? Okay, I guess that's kind of true, right? Because when you are attractive in this day and age, you have much more leverage. Like, let's say in the past, many years ago, when social media was still not around, when you are attractive, people can't really know that, right? Maybe your neighbors can like discuss about that and tell other people that, oh, this guy in our neighborhood is attractive, but it's not going to be like a global level. But today, if you are attractive and you post online, then the whole world can know that you are attractive. So yeah, in this sense, being attractive in this day and age can definitely be more important. Very interesting. Also, in terms of dating apps, like in this day and age, if you are a Giga Chat and you go to another country, you just pull out your dating app and you can start to get all the good-looking girls over there throughout the whole region. And previously, in the past, when dating apps are still not around, that's not really possible, apparently, right? You're not really able to let people all throughout the region know that, oh, there's a good-looking guy like you exists in this region and I want to get to know you. Yeah, so I think he has some good takes here. But with this said, I think looking good has always mattered. It's not like, oh, it only matters now. Yeah, it also definitely used to matter a lot in the past. It will just simply affect how people treat you and how you feel about yourself, everything. That's just a health indicator, how attractive you are. So yeah, you are just going to have better mental health by default. And people are going to find you more likable because of your personality and the way you look, and things are just going to be smoother. You are going to be forgiven more. The things you do are going to be interpreted in a more positive way. This kind of phenomenon will always be the case if we still have our human innate biology. Yeah, but looking good definitely has more leverage, apparently, in this day and age.
Most people are destined for a life of enslavement and poverty because they'll never go take life by the balls and go do something interesting. So I consider myself a black pill, looksmaxxing, interesting life haver, and I really try to...
I appreciate the fact that he's so open about the fact that he's a looksmaxer and a blackpiller, because it's pretty nerdy sounding, especially as a more mainstream person like him. Yeah, but if you don't acknowledge black pill or looksmaxing, I think you're pretty unaware and ignorant. It literally matters. That's literally how you operate, no matter how, if you want to accept it or not. If you don't take it seriously, you are still going to be following these black pill looksmaxing principles because of how your body is designed, because of how human bodies work. You are simply going to be more into attractive people. You are simply going to feel put off by suboptimal health indicators like acne and people being fat. Yeah, so this is kind of a sensitive topic, but it doesn't really need to be. This should be pretty accepted, right? When I was doing research for this video, I actually had some trouble because TikTok was trying to censor me from checking out the content I want to access. Like, I was searching Roy Lee black pill and I couldn't find any results. I can show you guys right now. Like this. This is so stupid. Like, it's not controversial. Black pill. This is dumb. Yeah, so I honestly, I think everyone should be black pillers and looksmaxers because this is just how the world works, right? But in this day and age, people don't really address or acknowledge this. And it makes someone like him appear more controversial or inflammatory. So anyways, I appreciate him having the unapologeticness to just admit that, yeah, I'm a black piller, I'm a looksmaxer. Pretty funny. Although I consider myself to be a black pillar and a person that understands that looking better is very valuable, it's pretty much a no-brainer. But I'm probably not going to say this in a self-introduction occasion because I wouldn't really want to address this. But yeah, someone like him to say this publicly is pretty funny and respectable. Alright, let's check out the next video.
I'm willing to do so many things to try and get handsome that other people are not.
Smart
I
guy.
guarantee I have like a long...
Okay, Roy Lee, I think you can lower your visceral fat to make your face look leaner. I can see that there's a bit of excess fat. Although you're already pretty handsome, but like you said, you're willing to do everything. So, you need to hop on a meat-based whole food diet. Potentially just eat raw meat and milk. Something just dropped. Yeah, I'm sure you are very wealthy, so you definitely need to start implementing this as one of the things you do to looksmax for sure. Right? Eat the healthiest possible animals you can eat. Healthiest possible animal foods. Grass-fed raw milk, pasture-raised eggs, pasture-raised steak. Preferably just don't cook them to get the fullest nutrition. Yeah, I think his face will definitely look leaner. And also do myofascial release to address the restrictions, the adhesions on his body, to allow himself to be more symmetrical and get a sharper jawline and be more pain-free and feel better. And then you are going to look better. Let's go.
For skincare routine than most people. I've done more microneedling sessions than most people.
You don't need to do these downstream things. These things are less important. The things that are more relevant are addressing your sleep, addressing your myofascial adhesions, and doing grounding, getting sunlight, improving your posture, eating a nutrient-dense whole food diet. These are way more important than doing skincare and micro needling and shit. I guess micro needling is also a way to address your myofascial system. So let me kind of correct. I think that can work. That can also play a role. But these are more downstream things. What's more upstream are what's your lifestyle, what's your posture, like what's contributing to you having all the health issues, leading you look less attractive, right?
I got a nose job in my gap year because I thought I look at myself in the mirror and objectively I thought, okay, ignore everything society tells me. I'm pretty sure it's all wrong. Like people say, oh, don't get plastic surgery. Like, well, it's all fucking cope.
Do people say don't get plastic surgery? I feel like it's pretty accepted by our society. People pretty respect people that get plastic surgery. I think it's kind of a propaganda because we want to normalize the fact that you don't want to address your lifestyle habits to look better. You just want to use plastic surgery to enhance the way you look, which is not addressing the root cause. And the medical community can benefit from this. Yeah, just want to kind of share my thoughts.
Realistically, I want to get handsomer. I think my nose is pretty flat, and objectively, if I got a nose job, I think I would look better. And
I think he thinks he cooked here, but I think he didn't really cook. In terms of, I mean, it's true that you want to look better, but getting a nose job to look better while you still have a kind of excess fat on your face, I feel like addressing your lifestyle is more needle moving, because your whole body, your skin, your face, everything will improve. I know some people might say that, dude, you are an ugly motherfucker. How can you say this? But it doesn't matter what I say. The sky is blue, right? I'm just going to keep saying this. And it's not to say that I haven't been able to improve the way I look. I literally was able to improve my skin health and how lean my face is, my digestion, my physique, my fitness, my teeth, everything. Yeah. It's just that I didn't have very great foundation, but so that right now I still don't look like a gigachad. But it's not to say that changing your lifestyle won't improve the way you look. It literally can. So many people already have experienced this actual transformation. It's undeniable. If you want to deny this, you are denying that gravity exists. Although I think gravity is propaganda, but yeah, you know what I mean. Let me watch the next video.
There's only two things that matter in this world.
Let's
how
see.
much money you have and how handsome you are. And really, these are the only things that I really try to optimize. Just being.
That's pretty funny. I guess he's probably right. This is pretty like first principle thinking. I don't really know if he's right, but I guess he's probably right. And it's definitely true that being handsome is just one of the most great things in the world. Like yesterday, I came across a girl I know, her story, and her body is so attractive. She has big boobs and a very pale looking skin, which is very desirable for me. And she's tall. And I was just thinking, wow, imagine you are a gigachad, handsome guy that can get with this beautiful girl. Like how awesome will life be? That's what I was thinking. Because it's not going to be someone like me. I mean, probably I can pull her if I really try to. It's just going to be very hard, you know. But if you are more attractive, things will become so much smoother. I don't need to be DMing her. She will be the person that's trying to post her stories to bait me. She's the one that's going to be trying to attract me, not the other way around. If I was more attractive, right? So. Yeah, if you can look handsome, you can just get with so many attractive, great-looking girls. And it's just, that's the meaning of life, right? If you want to deny me, don't tell me that you haven't kind of fantasized being with a lot of great-looking girls, or like certain great-looking girls, right? And how can you be able to get with those girls? One of the most important factors is to be a great-looking gigachad. Maybe not saying gigachad is not the best term, but being handsome is really going to help you be able to get with those beautiful girls. It's undeniable.
Handsome is like one of the most interesting, fun things ever. It brings me so much pleasure to look around and see all the acne on your faces, knowing that I don't have that shit because I took.
That's funny. I think he's a little too cocky because he doesn't even look that attractive. Not to say that he's unattractive, but there are definitely plenty of people that are more attractive than him. And if he wants to operate with this kind of worldview, thinking that, oh, everyone is inferior, then I think he can take a ego hit very quickly. But I guess he's just trying to make his point clear here. He probably doesn't always think that he's superior than everyone, because that's literally not true. Plenty of people are more attractive than him. He definitely knows that.
Better care of my skin. It brings me an immense feeling of accomplishment, as if I've won. And I have, because you motherfuckers don't know what salicylic acid is, and you're never gonna learn, because you guys don't care about this shit.
He sounds so blue pill here, talking about some weird ingredient. Just eat a healthy diet and live healthily and your skin will be glowing. That's literally what transformed so many people's skin. You don't need to be blah blah acid. That's propaganda, my guy. You're so smart. Why are you not seeing this? Or he's just like trying to act more mainstream so that he can get more business opportunities. I think a smart ass like him should know that eating a healthy diet is more needle moving instead of wearing some random skincare products, right? Yeah, I don't know what was he not understanding. And if he addressed his diet and lifestyle, I'm not sure what kind of diet he's eating, but if he really lock in on his diet and lifestyle, his face will look leaner, skin will become better. Maybe, who knows, he will become taller. I know he's still young, right? It's hard to say. A lot of people have been able to become taller by health maxing after puberty. So who knows? And those are more actually going to looksmax you, right? Rather than just wearing some random skincare products and potentially helping with your skin, but not addressing other parts of your body. Yeah. So I'm not trying to bash him. I think he's pretty based. He pretty know how the world works. Definitely, right? He's pretty rich. Like, money is also how the world works, whether you want to accept it or not. Yeah. And yeah, I think I don't know what's going on. Does he not know about eating healthier? Or he doesn't want to eat healthier for whatever reason? But I think he can undeniably benefit from health maxing. Mic drop. Let's go. Okay. I think I'm pretty much going to end the video here. This was a pretty fun video. I hope you were able to benefit from my perspectives. Alright, I need to edit this video, and I hope my way of thinking can be valued as time goes on. I need to still put in a lot more work. It's a hard journey, I'm not going to fucking lie, but I think I'm kind of finding my direction, hopefully. Wish me good luck, you all, and let me know if you enjoyed some of the things I said, and if you disagree with me, feel free to bring it up in a civil way. Don't try to talk about some irrelevant shit. Let's try to have some productive, civil, meaningful conversations, alright? And remember to follow your boy to know how to release your fascia, to become more pain-free, become taller, get a sharper jawline and shit. And to live a healthy lifestyle is pretty straightforward. I don't really need to talk a lot about that. But if you want to get some exclusive information in terms of how to lower your visceral fat by living healthier and eating healthier, you can join my school community. And I'm also going to be having some exclusive myofascial regimen in my community. Alright? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you spending your time with me. I'll keep looksmaxing. And success maxing! Success maxing. I also need to English max. I'm not as fluent as I can be. I think as I become healthier, I'm going to be more fluent because I'm going to be more confident and more unreactive because I'm healthier. I give less about what people think and shit. I give less fuck, and I'm going to be able to be more expressive and speak English better. Health is important. And I'm also going to have a sharper jawline. Let's go. I just need to keep doing my olfactory release and keep locking on my health, eating more animal nutrition, healthy animals, and stop eating all the not very important carbohydrates. All right. Thank you for joining.